I'll admit it. I am consistently in my own way. Self-sabotage has nothing on the masochistic tendencies I take on a day-to-day, and I'll admit that I'm not in the least bit ashamed of why I push myself to the gates of insane. It's not, for all intensive purposes, my place to question why it is I'm never okay with just being okay, because I shorten each travesties to my self-worth and dignity with a simple truth, whispering I'm just in my own way. I used to think I was a well-built but damaged camera, simply watching the world succeed around me, never knowing why I had never found me, hiding amongst the tattered film rolls of my memories editing room. I concluded that I was never included in the post-production because no one cares if the camera is broken. As long as the lens still works, the function suits its purpose, the show can go on. Conclusions that I was nothing but a walking imitation of the images I sought to capture, and instead of joining the production, I hid behind my assumptions. It wasn't or isn't just social. I used to bomb promotions because, God forbid, I leave myself open to be anything better than mediocre. And to hell with believing that demons were just a loss of focus. I'm so ADHD that to believe in that BS was to associate my life legitimately with hell. And I'm not going to give Eternal Fires any credit for my lack of attention. It's pathetic. To think that as a musician, my name could become a household commodity. And I'm too busy worrying about who would listen to give the music a chance to blossom for me. I'm in my own way. And not even by a little bit. I'm so far in my way that I won't even accept the merest version of the young man I am today. I'm so wrapped up in not being anywhere near good enough that my subconscious's spirit is a burrito. I can't tell you how much time I've spent watching my uncle and grandfather, thinking to myself, if only I could be a beautiful man too. Time spent watching my father, thinking, I wish I could be a man who is never without option, but how could I? Following that constitution when I'm too busy musing instead of pursuing the truths in what make them human. How can it be I'm still searching for answers and solutions outside of my own conclusions when all my life I've been told I am beautifully and wonderfully made? Why build myself skyscraper high with confidence when I've got nothing to back it up with? Why be a skyscraper at all if I'm just going to be a waste of space? Why? Why? Because people don't build buildings and erect monuments to fill space. They create monoliths to the heavens to be remembered for the love they put into being great. So how dare I be so damn worried about someone outdoing me and climbing higher than the stories I set in place? Shouldn't I just be happy being a part of the city? I still seem to be in my own way. My way seems to be a repeating pattern of wishing for things I won't obtain, like the ability to keep hold of memories I have yet to make, like never forgetting the people I hate so I have something to hate. But memory doesn't work that way. We forget things over time, and we dare blame life for making that mistake. But when, if ever, has life blamed us? When is time stilled enough for us to skim through our own pages and maintain our rose quartz status? Sure, the future is scary, but not knowing how days will begin or end is part of the present's surprise. My eyes, though worn, are windows looked out, and even when gazed in upon, self-reflection's light is abound. So how dare I think my life is a waste? Because the person next to me might be feeling the same way. And it's not my job to simply fade into the abyss of gray, but to encourage their life, be a light to their fight, and remember that no one is wiser for what tomorrow brings. And for the first time, clarity has a solid ring in my clouded subconscious. With the voice of my mother, it tells me you never know who you touch with your kindness, but you have to love who you are first, because you cannot love someone else until you have learned to love yourself. So I'm stepping out of my way. I have to, and so should you. Get out of your own way before the headlights of your self-doubt are the last thing you see as you spiral out of control. I know, it's often disorienting pulling one's head out of their own ass, but believe me, from someone who's done it before, the air smells better here. The lights are a bit brighter, and the sheer wonder of what you can accomplish on this side of your self-built prison will amaze you. It's true that on your own you were great doing what you did and what you do. But the world is bigger than just your padded cell. Get out of your own way, because believe it or not, you're not alone.